Testing microphone. Okay. Test. Hey, hello everybody. Breaking news, active shooting at Florida State University. I'm just trying to get my setup ready. So I'm using the new computer for that. Okay. Let's see if you can hear me. I'll put also the State Department briefing, see if they can tell us something new from there. Okay, let's see. There's one suspect in custody. Let's see the news as they come. At least 6 people were injured at a shooting in Florida State University. There's one suspect in custody. And the latest news about 6 people who are injured. I have the map up behind. It's Florida State University. And from what the study was from the student union, which is right here. Here it's a student union. Okay, we have a live coverage from Reuters now. I'll put it on the screen. Let me set it up. Just give me a minute, I'm set up the live coverage. Let me know if you can hear me. Let's say speakers. Let's put here camera 3. Okay, good. And camera 2 have the State Department briefing. Sorry for this, I'm not organized. For this, I'm using the other computer that I usually stream. The other one is streaming Gaza replay at the moment. She was not live. Let me see, I cannot hear myself back. So multiple people, there's 6 people injured at the shooting at Florida State University. And police have taken to custody one suspect, according to the media reports we got. And I'm checking for news, anything newer. I'm not listening here. Oh dear. Okay. All right, now I got the sound right. So let's see what we have so far. It was multiple patients have been hospitalized after an active shooter at Florida State University campus in Tallahassee. The school set an alert urging students to seek shelter as the shooter was reported in the area of the student union. I show the student union on the map. So the unit's right here. Wait. Yeah. Let me zoom on it. Here's the student union. We don't have any news about the motive yet. Here we have the live from the scene. Camera 3, it's from the scene, Florida State University. The signal on the live not so good. So the FBI is assisting the authorities. What is this? The students, students fled from the student union as law enforcement flooded the scene. What the heck? Says about President Donald Trump has been briefed on the shooting, according to the White House press secretary Caroline. We also have the camera 2. Let's put on the State Department briefing.
Thank you, ma'am. Hi, everybody. It was a beautiful day yesterday. I don't know, is today nice? Have you guys been outside at all?
Nice.
It's nice? Oh, great. I had no idea. Good, that's good. Spring is here. All righty, obviously a few announcements here at the top. Busy day. I think I can answer some questions for you. I'm going to do my best. So thank you for being here. And good afternoon, everyone. On this Holy Thursday, the day before Good Friday, I want to extend warm wishes to Christians around the world who are observing this sacred time. May it be one of reflection and peace for all who celebrate. And once again, someone's phone rings. Once again, Secretary Marco Rubio, Ambassador Steve Witkoff, and their teams have left the comfort of their homes to once again work to end the carnage that is unfolding in the Russia-Ukraine conflict, hoping to again bring peace to the families across that region who one day themselves may be able to enjoy the comfort of their homes as well. President Donald Trump has been clear. This madness has to come to an end quickly and completely.
Okay, we'll wait for the State Department to catch up. FSU, Florida State University, said classes are cancelled through until Friday. So, yeah, this is a developing story. I'm constantly watching for news as they come up.
that everyone can count on. His vision and demand for an end to the hostilities remains a North Star for Secretary Rubio, Ambassador Witkoff, Special Presidential Envoy for Ukraine, Keith Kellogg, and so many others who are determined to make clear to everyone around the world that the Russia-Ukraine war would never have happened if President Trump had been president at the time. Now he remains committed to reversing the disaster that has unfolded. To that end, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Ambassador Steve Witkoff, and Special Presidential Envoy for Ukraine, Keith Kellogg, are in Paris today with a clear motivation to find a path forward to end the Russia-Ukraine war in order to stop the bloodshed.
Okay, let's see what we got from X. So I see an arrest going on. Let's see, let's put it on the screen.
Shared interests and restore stability to the region. The Secretary will also be talking to partners about our shared commitment to ensuring that Iran never develops or obtains a nuclear weapon. These efforts are rooted in common sense and be diverted by demonstrating decisive leadership that can reshape any after our private engagements with them is yet another example of China's empty claims to support peace. We urge our partners to judge the Chinese Communist Party and Chinese companies on their actions, not their empty words. Restoring freedom of navigation in the Red Sea is a priority to President Trump. Beijing should take this priority seriously when considering any future support of CGSTL. The United States will not tolerate anyone providing support to foreign terrorist organizations, such as the Houthis. Now, as part of President Trump's unwavering defense of free speech, Secretary Rubio has permanently shut down the State Department
How's the audio now, Frank?
Manipulation and Interference Office, formerly the Global Engagement Center. As Secretary Rubio stated, over the past half-decade, bodies like GEC have called by our own governing ruling class nearly destroyed America's long free speech history. We have launched a sweeping transparency initiative. The American people deserve answers, and we intend to deliver them. Most of you will recall, of course, the effort to censor Americans using certain entities here in the government, including that one here at the State Department. Now, turning to the budget, we continue to review.
Tammy, and I am gonna have to leave in 12 minutes because I gotta get to the airport.
Oh darn!
So I'm not.
I
So when I
later today, then
so when I walk out, I'm not leaving in protest.
I would never suggest that. It's more
so.
fun to stay.
So I just want to ask you about what you said about the talks in Paris.
Yes.
Is there?
Okay, I will turn off the State Department. It looks like they are not mentioning the shooting. Just keep it here. and keep monitoring. Not enough info on the web yet, just what we know so far. Hello, Shash. Let me know if you got any info anywhere, Shash. Can publish it.
The case now, so I hesitate to.
This is a scene that looks to be for an arrest. It's one person in custody. Probably this was says here reporting for standing 2 shooters. The one is in custody, and the other one dead. This is from the X. I have to cross it with the other news. Yep, it does say anywhere that there was one dead of the shooters. Let's see.
But the position now is that they are saying
all the news they say about an active shooter. They don't say about whether there were 2. Besides that post we saw on X, so yeah, we cannot take the X as news. So let's see if we can cross it with reputable sources like Reuters, AP, AFP, and so on. Just general info, the Florida State University was founded in 1851, and it has a enrollment for more than 44,000 students and about 16,000 faculty staff and employees work on campus. So the Memorial Healthcare, Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare is sent in an email to NPR news agency that they received 6 patients, 1 in critical condition and the rest in serious condition. Yeah, I don't see the link there, Shash. Probably it's blocked from YouTube. Let's see, it's not there. I will post it. Thank you, Sash. Ryan Keden, a 21-year-old communication student, said he and about 30 others hid in the bowling alley in the lower level of the student union after seeing students running from a nearby bar.
Came across my timeline, it came across yours, and it's terrifying, but thank God, we don't know about injuries or any other details, so I certainly can't comment. But it seems like there was obviously effective law enforcement on the ground. And that's all I have for you now, but obviously we're watching it as well.
Thank you.
All right, yes, Humaira.
Hi, Tammy. Thank
Hi.
you.
Uh-huh.
Back to your comments a moment ago that Matt also picked up, the civilized world voice.
Okay, look like the state member, they have what we have so far. So the suspect in custody, police have taken at least one person into custody, according to CNN, as well as a shotgun in the school student union. The officers found a handgun onto the suspect. There was an FSU alert at the university for emergency situations. The emergency notification system urged people on campus to continue to shelter in place. All classes, school events, and business operations on the campus are cancelled through Friday, the school said. Donald Trump has been briefed after the shooting. Specifically, Donald Trump said, "I've been briefed on the Florida State University Tallahassee active shooting. I guess it's an active shooter. Fully briefed as to where we are right now. It's a shame. Horrible thing. Horrible that things like this take place, and we will have more to say about it later." That's what President Trump said. And White House Press Secretary Caroline told that in the statement that administration is actively monitoring the situation. The president has been briefed. A suspect in custody.
And that's great. That's great news. It's good news. What I care about is what President Trump and Secretary Rubio think when it comes to what they have asked for and what they expect and what the United States expects. That is the standard that the world looks for, and we'll know then what will come from that. The French being happy is fabulous. I love the French. I love Paris. It's a great country. It really is. And one must go. I know there's, stuff about the French in America, but it really is. Traveling is wonderful, meeting people is terrific, and the French are great people. But what I do know is that through today, as they've been talking in that wonderful, exquisite capital, more people have died who expected to be alive tonight and tomorrow, who will miss Good Friday, who will miss Easter, who just enjoyed Passover. So we can think about the feelings of diplomats, which are important, but what matters is the end result, what the United States is able to deliver and achieve during those meetings, and what the United States wants, frankly, to make this a situation that this is the first involvement and the nature of both parties at the table since the beginning of this atrocity. And that speaks to the power of Trump, the power of diplomacy in the United States. So That's good news, but the better news will be when America and President Trump's expectations are met. Yes, yes, sir.
Thank you, Tammy. Appreciate it. Two questions. First off, number one, President of Lebanon remarked yesterday that he intends to disarm Hezbollah by the end of the year, but he said it needs to be done on a bilateral basis without foreign interference or foreign pressure. I wanted to get states' reaction to that comment from the Lebanese president and ask how it might shape Deputy Special Envoy Ortegas' role going forward in dealing with the Lebanon portfolio.
You know, you always ask me things that I have opinions on, would love to answer. But
I'm happy to hear
but
your
you, but
opinions.
you, but I can't, as the state, I'm here to talk to you about, what results of things, what we're intending, what we're doing. Certainly not speculating on what Morgan Ortegas will be able to do, what any special envoy will be able to do, what our response to another nation's
The sound from the scene is kind of bad. It's a buzzing.
The lack of willingness to put forward another candidate, and how long?
Oh my, the
how long does-
conversation, so over drinks at night with you must be amazing.
I look forward to that. But how long? With an interim ambassador in there, doesn't it do damage
No.
to drag out the
No.
process this long?
No, it's, I think you've been around. The budget process is a long one. We're also going through a process here of cutting down the budget because the deficit and the problems we've had, the way we've been spending is unsustainable. And so the president is making America great again by making sure she doesn't collapse economically. That's one of those standards. When it comes to, we've seen the process. I'm not going to speak to the choices President Trump has made or the nature of Congress and the issue of majorities and minorities. And the fact, though, that there is a great deal of talent that he has to choose from for the UN ambassador, for every other position here. It's people perhaps who haven't been in government, people who have been, people who've never been ambassadors, people who could be. It really opens up his point of view and who he knows and what he expects, like Steve Witkoff, Ambassador Witkoff, remarkable man, now playing an extraordinary role in trying to achieve world peace. That is maybe not something that was ever on his plate, but it's happening. I would say the talent that is here is more than enough for the president to choose another candidate. And secondly, that other story which we addressed on Tuesday about zeroing out NATO and the UN is absurd. The fact is the funding might look different, but it also will be more effective, more efficient funding that allow us perhaps to do even more as we deal with waste, fraud, and abuse. It is something you've heard before, but it's worth repeating. So that when we deal with NATO, Secretary Rubio has stated repeatedly we are committed to NATO, but one that is viable. And our love for NATO will be part of, exampled by our assisting them and encouraging them to become more viable and to be more financially independent. For the UN clearly needs a strong American voice, as we've seen that it can make a difference, and we are going to have one. President Trump will make that decision, and it will be a good one.
Thank you, Tammy.
All right, yes, sir.
Thank you, Tammy. I'll also go back to Ukraine with two questions.
Yes,
if I
sir.
may. China. You probably have heard President Zelensky's latest statement on China, saying that China supplies Russia with manpower, gunpower, and even helps them to manufacture some weapons inside Russia. This sort of goes back to your earlier statement a couple of days ago about China, providing nearly 80% of dual-use supplies to Russia. There are calls from the Congress, bipartisan calls, urging the administration to come up with sanctions on China. Are you planning to take any action to prevent this from happening?
Well, we know, of course, I don't need to mention the word tariffs to everyone, but these are things that are not about punishment of any one nation, but it's about a fair playing field. And that's relevant, certainly proving that President Trump not only isn't shy about engaging with China, he's not shy about engaging with anyone. And that's one thing the American people know. I think also our commentary and the nature of the actions we're taking in general when it comes to China's choices have been clear. One thing speaking of China and the nature of what they're involved in, I will tell you something, it's a little bit out of the Ukraine region, is that there is a Chinese company providing satellite imagery to the Houthis. The Houthis. And we are aware of those reports. That has been, I think, reported originally perhaps by the Financial Times. But China consistently attempts, as you know, to frame itself as a global peacemaker. And however, it is clear that Beijing and China-based companies provide key economic and technical support to regimes like Russia, North Korea, and Iran and its proxies. The CCP continues to enable these regimes, whether it be through the provision of dual-use items, Russia certainly contradicts their claims of being peace supporters. And we urge our partners to judge the CCP and Chinese companies, again, on their actions and not their words.
And my second
Right.
question,
Yes,
Tammy,
right.
second question,
Right.
if I may, also go back to Sumi. You made a comment.
be about trying or
I don't know. I know that it's water. They need me to do something. I need to know now. They didn't say. No, they wouldn't have us now. The good thing is we have two. Well, I don't know how to get the first one. It has to be on. Hopefully it's on. If it's not, I'm not. Do you remember if we hit record on that? The first Peter? I hope they have it somewhere. That's the only way we can get that. Let's just let this one run out because if they're gonna keep our live shut out, I'd rather let this one run out than keep it closed because that's gonna be the one. It's a green bottle. Hey guys, are you okay? Yeah. All right, ladies? Okay, good to hear it. Stay safe. Are you okay, man?
it is, that seems
I heard that there was a shotgun.
Side of it happen. Is that right?
Yeah, well, I mean, we were over in the loading bay right here next to it and started seeing everybody run. The maintenance guys were telling everybody to get out of the building. So everybody started coming out the back. And I mean, if they would have probably moved 20 feet further, they would have been on this side of the building, which is where he walked. He came out.
The shooter?
Yeah, he came out this door right here, and then he saw the maintenance guy who was waving everybody, and I guess heard him probably, and turned and shot that way towards like our direction, towards him. There's a golf cart over here with a bullet hole in it.
Yeah, we got a picture of it.
that blocked
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah, the police are here. And yeah, the police are here. And
do you know if I can get out this way?
I've seen people walking down this sidewalk, so I think you're okay as long as
Can I
you
drive down there, you know?
I've seen people cross over and drive into this road. Now, how far they got after that, I have no idea. I'm so sorry.
All right.
I imagine it might be tough, but I think they might just direct you outside. Stay safe. Thank you.
Welcome, original JJ.
Students as you wait for that news conference to start. Thank you so much. All right, yeah, it is certainly a heavy situation out there. You can just feel what Lamia is describing with the students calling their family, telling them they're okay. It is certainly a situation that we can FAMU sent an alert saying they are canceling classes, and there is an option to work remotely. This is all in response to the shooting at Florida State University. So make sure that if you're an employee at FAMU, that you take note of that.
Hey, are you guys all right?
yeah.
You safe? Okay. Okay, awesome.
You're getting another camera up. View of the street near Florida State University. Let's put it up.
Hey there, you all right? I'm all right. Okay, good to hear. Okay. Are you okay, sir? Okay.
The camera, new camera now, it's near the, it's a view of the road near FSU after the reports of the active shooter in the area. That's a street camera.
Hey there, you all right? You doing okay? Do you need anything? I got you. Stay safe. Hey ladies, you guys doing okay? You guys feel safe? So, I can imagine the crowd. Well, yeah, we're okay. We've had to stay out here. Thankfully, but you guys are sorry for the fire. You guys were near it when it happened, or no? We were right in front of the building. Yeah, we were. We could hear it. Yeah, we heard it. This is all the students running outside of our office. Saw that. Can I? You know, if I can sure, absolutely go for it. No, go for it, absolutely. Yeah, what did you do? So as soon as I saw students like run up, I came up on my feet and I pulled everything out and we made it. I was comfy in my house. My heater is still running too. This is about we could hear it, and we could see students running, screaming, and people screaming for students. I think the most frightening thing for me was you could not know who the person was, and then walking in the opposite direction. I saw two officers so there was a big noise. Yeah. They were putting it away from them. I think that's a good sign that they don't need it. I don't know. But that's what they're pointing at us. Yeah, they're coming in. I'm sorry, that's such a frightening situation. You think live continuously. The company is definitely doing this on camera. I hear you. I'm not sorry. No, I hear you. It would be on camera.
The ambulance. He had a facial wound.
In the midst of talking about I would really appreciate it. Let me just tell my husband what you guys heading to your cars or
My fiance is down there, so I'm just trying to get him. I can't get my car because it's after the crime scene. Where my car is, my purse is on something. So it's like people like I have nothing to stop.
Hear the show live or something. So hot, my phone is like overheating. I don't know what to do. So I'm just glad we walked up on you because I would have sick myself. That you what? Sorry? Oh, because you needed something to charge. Yeah, I know my phone is out for so long. You guys, I imagine thought we put not out. Yeah. Wasn't working. Yeah, I've been at the university 17 years. So this is 17 years. And I'm leading to academic providers. So like I said, this is a wrapping up the academic year. Students getting ready for graduation. Everybody will pass, of course. Everybody will pass. Nobody failing classes this semester.
I was just kind of chilling out, like.
And what are your names? Sorry.
I'm Raina. I'm an academic advisor.
I'm Tony here.
I am an assistant dean in the College of Social Sciences, which is right at the Bellevue building, right outside.
Let's actually move on. Olympia, I'm so sorry. Can you come here?
Okay, the social media, it's claiming that Sam Hyde is the active shooter. It's like a joke. It's a hoax. It's not the real shooter. I found an article mentioning why people are mentioning her as the active shooter. Let's see who is Sam Hyde. It's actually a 40-year-old American comedian who is a co-founder of YouTube's sketch comedy group $1 Million Extreme. He has been linked to several public pranks and various outright community-generated controversy for donating $5,000 toward the Leica Defense Fund for the editor of neo-Nazi website, the Daily Stormer. Anyways, she's an actor, she's a YouTuber, social media, and they claim that it's a guy, yeah, Sam Hyde, that it's his, but it's a hoax. It's not. We don't know who is the active shooter yet. or who was one of the two if it's two. Looks like we lost the sound on the camera 3 again.
Change this out and then they'll be
Okay.
with us shortly. If you guys aren't in a rush, I understand. It'll just take them another 10 minutes if you guys have it. You want to show me the show? Yeah. Thank you so much. So basically, I'll be asking you, what were you doing when it happened?
Actually,
You
on
can
the phone
describe
with the student and talking
you can
about.
describe. You were talking about the celebratory thing. It happened. You could say the building. It was right in front of the union, or however she
So
described
the
it.
building that I work in is located beside student union.
Yes. And so you heard it. You said you heard it. I'll ask you what that sounded like, what you felt in the moment.
Well, what happened? My office has floor to ceiling windows, and one of the people who work in the building, who I know, who works in the building, I could see outside of my window as I'm talking on the phone with someone, and he's running up the stairs saying, "They're shooting, they're shooting, they're shooting." This is
I'm
right
sorry, give me 1 second. Let me just make sure that this is still going on. I'm so sorry, ma'am. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Sorry, just had to make sure it was still streaming out there. My goodness. So yeah, it'll be that question, and you can explain that. And then I'll just ask you.
We didn't see anything.
Right.
We just heard it.
My goodness.
I think the thing for me is that this is just it was I guess a happy time, an exciting time, at least from my perspective. Because again, it's culminating the school year.
Yeah.
It's celebration, it's graduation season, award seasons for students who've done really well. So.
What do you do here at the school?
I'm an academic dean.
Academic dean. You haven't seen anything like this before? There was something in 2014.
Yep.
You were big into it.
Yeah, just say fun. And I can just say I'm an academic dean rather than identify where I am.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay, you guys doing all right?
Yeah, a little hot.
I imagine.
I was pretty close to that too.
Uh-huh.
It's hot.
So you know.
And you know what? Let's
Well, I mean, I guess the calm that I had about it was the calm. We had feelings like we did. I've seen a lot of different things. And I think that helped me to be able to keep myself. Although I'm not very hard, but
I'm so sorry.
yeah, when that happened in 2014, I was really even how I was personally affected. That I was
I'm sorry, remind me of your name. Tanya? Sorry, I'm not good with names right now. I'm Tanya, by the way.
Olympias.
I've never seen up close and personal, but have lived it. It's been my lived experience. I guess. When did y'all get the news? Get the word?
Sorry, give me 1 second. Tanya. Okay, you can stand off there. I'm going to introduce and I'll bring you in.
This is the primary audio circuit for the Reuters.
We don't have any more news besides what we already said. So what we have so far, it's 6 people who are injured on a mass shooting at FSU, Florida State University. One suspect was taken to custody. All 6 patients had suffered gunshot injuries, and one of those it's in a critical condition, while the other 5 are in serious condition. The extent of their injuries is unclear, according to the law enforcement sources. There was an FSU alert. The University Emergency Notification System warned the campus of a reported active shooter near Student Union just after noon on Thursday. Police are on scene and they instruct students to continue seek shelter and await for further instructions. Lock and stay away from all doors and windows and be prepared to take additional protective measures. The law enforcement is actively clearing rooms on the main campus As you can see on the map, Florida State University, it's a huge area covering all this. You have their own stadium, tennis, of course, campus, the main campus there, recreational centers. And the student unit's right here.
No, off campus. Oh, yes. Yeah, we gotta get y'all. We gotta get somebody to come to a bus to have it all. Let's go our family and family. You have to live not in the country. You know, do that. You like off campus. That's true. Because they're making things go slow. You worry about y'all, you got to worry about y'all.
I'm sorry, not that I meant to tell you that, but I don't know such a every time you come back, I don't know how many those are every package. I'm assuming they're somewhere on some sort of.
So y'all just go up to a step forward. Says he's supposed to come down here. Yeah, y'all can take those steps right there. And if you want to, you can catch one of the buses. We'll take you up to the city center. Yeah, and he can pick you up from over there. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, you can add a bus to the city.
I'm like in front of the
Good job, Cameron. Everybody, y'all move. And we try to get on them steps and all. Stop you from doing your job, okay? I don't speak English. I don't speak Espanol. You know what I mean? You gotta shoot. God dang. Where's that building at? Y'all can take those steps.
At the same time, there's another live stream. I just posted it. Protests at the UC Berkeley University against Trump policies.
Don't care about your bag. Don't care about yourself. Don't care about your life.
Absolutely, I hear you.
Okay. 1, 2.
I don't know what they mean. They mean the second one or the first one?
Okay, got it. All right.
I'm going to actually sell the stuff there. As long as the shot is on the general thing.
again. Yep. Sir, we're not having anybody on campus right now. They need to be kind of put the mask up to come back on, because that's causing a problem.
Stand by. Stand by. Yeah, thank you, Jade. Right now, the scene, at least where we're standing, it's clearing up a little bit. I mean, this was filled with law enforcement vehicle after law enforcement vehicle, and so on and so on. And right now, this road has started to clear a little bit. Earlier, we were seeing some lines forming across the bridge as students were being evacuated onto those transportation buses. Now, we're not seeing that kind of backup anymore. There might be a student or two kind of straying in from inside the campus, walking over the bridge.
Audio circuit for the Reuters.
Looks to be some signal issues. Okay, I think we will end this here. And if something more come up, I will start a new stream. Thanks all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like. You can join, become a member, join the channel for exclusive live stream and perks. Also, most of the live streams are chat only for members. So please join us. It's licensed cameras, 24-hour streams. At least 99% of the time. So I will send you now to a replay of the Middle East streams we got today. Maybe I will change it to a yesterday one.